Yeah, it's great. It's great because you remember these, you remember what it meant to you. I as a high school senior, that was it for me. I knew it was over. I wasn't good enough to play anywhere basketball wise. Um, so there's a finality to it that you kind of it heightens your senses a little bit and your emotions obviously as well. And for our guys, there's also the idea that this would be different if the horizon if things hadn't changed, a lot different. And thankfully, that right decision's been made. So there's the feeling of like that emotion of the last home game, but then there's also that anxiety about can't wait to play in the Horizon League tournament. But from throughout the day, the great thing is when you talk about emotions, and you have to have a relationship to have emotion. And the guys, they embrace Mike and Jamie. They know they've been here for 5 years, a psychology degree, an engineering degree, and the other seniors, Jalen, Kevin, and Brandon, they've learned from those two. And then at the same time, guys like Brandon and Kevin and Jalen have taken Jace and Jaden and the other guys under their wing. So in a span of, you think about it, about 8 months, you're putting a team together, and we've gone through some peaks and valleys this year, some tough losses, some big wins, and those are all reflected in today. And to have, an opportunity to have those guys be recognized at the end of the game and come off the court, it's a culmination of a lot of hard work and a big journey from all aspects. Take a look at all of their journey from where Kevin came from, and Jalen and Brandon, and then Jamie and Diggs obviously here for the 5 years. They've gone through the trials and tribulations of college basketball, and came out in a really good spot, and I'm proud of them.
Looking at the game tonight, it's easy to just look at the rebounding totals. You out-rebound them by 11.
Yep.
And a 13-3 advantage in offensive rebounds. What do you attribute that significant of a rebounding margin to?
Well, the offensive rebounds have been something that we've been trying to be really good at all year long. We feel that between Diggins, Jace, Zion, and Mars, those 4 guys can go get you one, and they can beat an individual matchup. And Jace has really embraced it. I thought Green Bay did a really good job of boxing him out the other night, and he wasn't about to be boxed out tonight. The 5 offensive rebounds he had were really backbreakers. It allowed us to run some more time and off the clock, and it eliminated extra possessions that we have to defend. So I think it's a mentality, and I think there's an emotional factor to that too, is when you get a guy to miss, but then there's somebody going up there and jumping 12 feet in the air to get a rebound over you, like we've been. It started with Robert Morris in the second half, and I think that just it has ignited our team, and it's something that we take pride in.
Coach, you started the game off pretty smooth, and then the second half, things dipped a little bit offensively. What was the cause of the the dip offensively?
We took about 6 shots tonight that were just not shots that we should have taken, and at times that ruins your rhythm. And a lot of there are times that we're up 9 and we feel like you have to hit the grand slam instead of hit singles. And what that ends up doing is when you take bad shots, it ruins your transition defense. So we got in that lull because we took a couple bad ones, but then we missed about 5 or 6 wide open shots. And sometimes that can have a dip to you, but to our guys' credit, when we were up 6, came at the timeout and we responded, and we made a surge. So that was something that we hadn't always done, and there was some talk in the huddle that there's some growth in that. So I think those 2 factors play a role in that, and I think we did a good job of steadying the tide down the stretch and making sure that we played smart.
Diggs said it's tough to beat a team 3 times in a year. You face them tonight. You face them again Tuesday. What's the message, mentality, and it's win or go home? And
Yeah. No, I think that it's the message is saying we just prep again, and you prepare the same way that we've done the entire year. And I think they're smart. I mean, they understand that we're going to get the best that Milwaukee has to offer on their home court. And after a loss, I know how we would be. There would be it's natural, and we have to avoid that comfort of thinking that this game, that any of these points go on the bus. They don't. So we've got to do a really good job of staying focused and making sure that we correct the things that we need to correct, but then do more of the things that worked well for us tonight. So I'm looking forward to the preparation. I know the guys are too, and we're thankful for the opportunity to be on that court on Tuesday night.
What are the pros and cons from the past two matchups with this team, including tonight, that you really can take into this final go around with them?
Well, the cons are that they've got. I mean, Golston is an incredible player. He forces you to be engaged, and he makes you pay for mistakes. So, that's a part that we have to make sure that that we do a great job on him. And our guys, I think, as the game went on, we did a good job with that. We did not shoot the ball well. To shoot 34% tonight. I mean, we missed 46 shots tonight, 46 on your home court. So we shoot better on the road for whatever reason. We do not shoot well here. So I think our guys have a comfort level on the road for sure. I like that. I have no anxiety about going on the road with this group.
It was a lot of emotions. Just thinking that's the last time I'm playing, on that court. And then it was a good way to go out. I appreciate all the fans that's been with me through this journey, my teammates, coaching staff. It was a good feeling, though. It was a good way to end it.
for you personally, 6 of 9 from the floor, 16.7 rebounds. Was it that senior night energy, or what was it that allowed you to have such an effective game tonight?
It was, you can say part of senior night, but it's a little urgency now. We have to get into that mode since we're heading into playoffs. So I need, my teammates, my coaches, staff needs me to play my best in this journey to the championship.
Diggs, it's been 5 years now for you at UIC. Just from day one to now, just reflect on this journey for you.
It's obviously a long journey. It's been a big learning experience. Just experiencing a college 5 years, not being able to, having to transfer, that's a blessing. Being around, an organization, a college, getting to know people here, people give me opportunities. It's just been a blessing. So from day one till now, I've been, grateful to be here.
1,000 points. What does that mean to you?
To be honest, I wasn't keeping track until, I want to say, Mars. Mars, he told me he was like five more when we was at like Indiana, Purdue, Fort Wayne, and I was like 5 more, and then Dan came up to me and was like, yeah, you kind of early congratulate me to 1,000 points, but I didn't know. Honestly, it's a good accolade to have. Good thing, I'm part of history now. And at first I didn't think of it, anything, but now it's a blessing to do that. Not a lot of people do that.
So you have your 1,000 point scoring, accolade. You got senior night that just happened, and you still got a few more games left because of the playoffs. How can you utilize that energy and that surge to prepare you for this last go round?
It's urgency now. Teammates give me confidence, coaching staff give me confidence. There's a certain role I have to play for us to be great, and I'm willing to do that. So right now it's just urgency. It's big urgency right now.
Mike, you see it occasionally, but it's a weird situation that you play Milwaukee tonight, and in 3 days you're playing Milwaukee again. How do you approach that, knowing that you'll just face this team when you face them in the first round of the Rising League tournament?
Have a short-term memory. we won today. There's a lot of things we got to clean up that we can do better on Tuesday. It's very hard to beat a team 3 times. So that's, like I keep on saying, urgency. We got to be sharp tomorrow and Monday and have good preparation for this team because obviously, they're probably going to be mad and have a home court advantage. So we got to be prepared.
You briefly mentioned you got some things you guys need to clean up. What specifically do you mean by that?
So I mean, we did good by keeping Goldstein under from last time we seen him. We did good on him. Just a few communication standpoints, a few honestly we gotta just play harder and guard him harder. That's really it. We play hard tonight. Gotta play harder Tuesday.